Now let's look at this guy who is claiming to be having the highest IQ in the world and confirming that Jesus was actually God. Is that even a thing? If you have the highest IQ in the world, should we just trust you?
Hello everyone, I am the world's highest IQ record holder, Young Kim. Why is Jesus Christ God? I have simple, logical, and scientific answer.
Look, when I was young, I always thought that the Asians were smart people, right? And that kind of checks out, right? That's true because of the stereotype where um, Asians are good at math and they're the one who's building computers and smartphones and all that. They are smart people. But that kind of changed when I went to Japan for the first time. We went to this place where there were a lot of temples, right? And then people would come there from all group of ages, teenagers, kids, old people. They would come there and there's statues. They would throw a coin and then would pray to the statue. And that kind of completely destroyed the idea that these people are smart. I'm like, I thought you people are smart people, and then look at you praying to a stone.
Jesus Christ clearly said he was God. He forgave sins, accepted worship, and said, I and the Father are one.
Wait, that's it? He's going to tell us the same thing that Christians claim. He's just repeating the same thing. So, no, Jesus never claimed to be God. And the verse he quoted where Jesus said, me and the Father are one, Jesus doesn't mean he and God are the same person. Because later in the next verses, Jesus literally says, in the same context and using the same words, that his disciples, his students, would be one with God, just like Jesus is one with God. So does that mean we have 12 gods all of a sudden?
If this is not true, he would be a liar or insane.
Not really. It just means that you are taking the text out of context, like they always did. The Jews and the Christians, they always take the text out of context. It doesn't mean Jesus is a liar because you misunderstood what he's saying. He's saying me and the Father, me and God are one in purpose. Just like all the prophets before Jesus were one in purpose with God.
His teachings, actions, and influence on history prove otherwise.
What influence? What teachings? What he did the same thing. He actually followed the law of the Jews, and he fulfilled the commandments, and he ordered his disciples to do the same thing and to follow and obey the commandments. That's all he did.
Second, Jesus rose from the dead. This is not just a belief, it is supported by historical evidence.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
The tomb was empty, and many people claimed to see him alive. Even enemies of Christianity couldn't explain. His followers were willing to die because they were sure he defeated death.
Ah. This is actually sad. It's like a kid reading the Bible for the first time and coming to his mama and telling her about the story that he read on the Bible. This is like very basic and superficial understanding of the Bible. No, there is no testimony. There is no witnesses. There is no eyewitnesses. Actually, we just made a video talking about this subject, asking about where are the eyewitnesses. Who are the eyewitnesses? You will hear a lot of people would say, oh, there's hundreds of eyewitnesses who saw the resurrection of Jesus. But then it turns out it's just Paul who's saying that there was 500 eyewitnesses and Paul never met Jesus. So there's a lot of problems there. The second thing is that even those gospels that telling you the stories are not reliable because all these accounts were written after 70 AD. This is not historical accounts. Why is he saying that these are historical accounts? It's not. It's just the Bible. It's just a belief. Like, again, this is really sad. It's like if he read the Bible for the first time and then made a video because he has a high IQ for some reason. Now we have to, what? He's not adding anything to the belief that we already know.
Science says the universe had a beginning, the Big Bang. everything that begins to exist has a cause. So the universe needs a cause beyond the time, space, and matter. That cause must be powerful, intelligent, and personal, like a mind.
right?
Human reason, morality,
That's actually true. So this is one thing we have in common with the atheists, for example, that this world actually had a beginning. Therefore, something caused the start of this universe, including us. That means logically there is a creator, and this creator must have a mind, as he said. Like he's conscient and intelligent and all that stuff.
and free will also point to something beyond physics. Jesus matches that logic, God entering his own creation to reveal truth.
Jesus matches this description. What do you mean? This is just a human. Any human could match this description. God enters his creation. That is the problem that us Muslims have with the Christians out there, because they say, oh, why are you limiting God? God can do anything. Therefore, he can enter his own creation and become a creation, right? A human is a creation. Therefore, you're putting limitations on God. That is the problem, though. We are saying that no, God cannot become a human, because becoming a human means having limitation, and God is limitless, right? This is the same thing that's saying, then why can God become a dog? Why can God become a rat or a cockroach? The thing is that according to the Christian understanding, they cannot deny any of this. With this logic, God can become anything. And that's the thing we do not agree on.
So, using reason, history, and science, the best conclusion is this: Jesus Christ is God. Thank you.
Using, did he say reason or recent history and science? This is the dumbest argument I ever heard. And I debated a lot of Christians with all due respect, or no respect, I don't know. This is dumb. This is not accurate history. This is not science. This is nothing. I don't know. I don't know what else I could say. Like this is ridiculous. And people are going crazy. You see all those Christian channels and accounts going crazy. Oh, look at this highest IQ in the world saying that Jesus is God. Hallelujah. What? That's it? I'm sorry, but the conclusion is just because you have the high IQ in the world does not make you reliable or does not make you trustworthy at all, right? So go back and do some math and then build computers and smartphones and stuff like that, and do that stuff. Do science, right? Do more science.
Come on. Do math.